In our gospel story today, after a long night of work, fishermen were washing their nets and preparing to return to their homes. Jesus comes along and asks Simon, one of the fishermen, to take him out in his boat. Jesus tells Simon to put his net back out into the water. Simon hesitates, for he'd already tried to catch fish all night long and caught nothing. But Simon does as Jesus says, trusting that Jesus has good reason behind his request. Then, to Simon's surprise, his nets fill up with fish, so much so that other fishermen have to come back out to the water with their boats to help them. Simon's trust in Jesus paid off. Sometimes it takes courage to trust in who or what you believe is right. I have a story about trusting what you know is right. Let's listen as Eva reads Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun by Maria Dimsmondi, illustrated by Kim Shaw, reproduced by permission from Cardinal Rule Press.
Okay, this is Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun. The delicious smell of breakfast filled the air as Lucy's grandpa handed her a plate. Lucy smeared ketchup on her toast, and she turned to her grandpa and said, "Papa Gino, Harriet said she's never heard of ketchup on toast. Her family uses butter and jelly." "It's okay. Not everybody likes the same things, Lucy. It doesn't mean one person is right or wrong. We're all different. What a boring world it would be if we were all exactly alike. Do you remember what's really important?" Papa Gino asked. "Yes, Papa. Even if we are different from others on the outside, we all have a heart with feelings on the inside." "That's my girl. Remember, when you treat others with love and kindness, you are doing the right thing," Papa Gino replied. On the school bus, Lucy and her friend Harriet pulled out some paper and crayons. Sitting across from them was Ralph. As usual, Ralph sat alone, staring out the window. He looked over at them and rolled his eyes. In the classroom, Lucy sat down near the teacher. Ralph carelessly hurried over and tripped on Lucy's foot. Before long, he was glaring at her. Ralph whispered, "Woof, I can see that book with this poodle in front of me." Lucy could hear him giggling behind her. "Oh no, why did it have to be me?" she wondered. During lunch, Harriet shouted out one of his silly jokes over the children's voices. As the girls ate, their bellies shook with laughter. Across the table, Ralph hollered, "Yuck, that's that disgusting smell. Whoever heard of eating spaghetti in a hot dog bun?" Tony and the other children at the table turned away from Ralph, shaking their heads. Ralph continued, "Poor little Lucy with her hair so poofy." Tears filled Lucy's eyes and she began to cry. On the way home, Lucy thought about what had happened. Maybe Ralph is mean to me because he thinks being different is bad. I wish he would stop teasing me. Slowly, Lucy stepped off the bus. "How was your day?" Papa Gino asked. "Fine," she mumbled. Papa reached over and pulled a crayon out of her hair. "How did this happen?" he asked. Lucy didn't say a word. That night, as Papa Gino tucked Lucy into bed, he asked, "Is everything all right at school?" Lucy rolled over. He sat down and whispered, "Always remember, if something is not right, we can work on fixing it together." It's not that easy, thought Lucy. How can I stop Ralph from teasing me? How can he have a heart and still be so mean? Lucy had a hard time falling asleep, worrying about what might happen tomorrow. The following day, Lucy was surprised to find Ralph leaving her alone until Lucy took the bag Ralph handed her. Inside were dog bones and a note that read, "Lucy, Lucy eats stinky food that puts us in a big bad mood. Lucy, Lucy, her hair shaped like a cone. Here's a treat for you, a yummy dog bone." The beating of Lucy's heart was so loud, she knew everybody around her could hear it. "Stop, it hurts my feelings when you do this, Ralph," Lucy said. "Please stop." Ralph turned and walked away. It was at recess time, and Lucy played alone. She didn't want to tell her teacher about Ralph. She was afraid of being a tattletale. Lucy wished Papa Gino was there to help. What should I do? She asked herself over and over. The bell rang and recess ended. "Help!" cried a child off in the distance. Tony yelled, "Ralph got himself stuck at the top of the monkey bars. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen." "This is my chance. I'll go and tell Ralph how mean he really is. M-E-A-N, mean." Lucy stomped off toward the monkey bars. When she reached Ralph, Lucy paused. She looked at him in the eye and said, "What you did was so mean." Standing before Ralph, Lucy could hear her papa's words. Ralph did have a heart with feelings. In that moment, Lucy decided what she would do. She saw the tears in Ralph's eyes. He hesitated to move and whispered, "I'm scared." Lucy reached out and said, "Here, take my hand," and she helped him down. The two walked into the classroom without saying a word. As the bus pulled up to Lucy's stop, Ralph reached over and handed her a picture. Lucy was amazed by what she saw. "Thanks," she muttered softly. After she got off the bus, Lucy smiled and said, "Papa, there was this boy Ralph who was really mean to me. Today he was in trouble and I helped him." Papa Gino hugged Lucy and replied, "That took a lot of courage. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. You chose to treat others the way you want to be treated. I'm so proud of you, Lucy." As they walked home, she asked him what was for dinner. When Papa Gino said spaghetti, Lucy immediately knew what she would have for lunch the next day. Her favorite sandwich, spaghetti and a hot dog bun.
Much like Jesus, Papa Gino encouraged Lucy to always do the right thing, even if it felt like it was harder than just doing the easy thing. Have you ever had to do something that wasn't easy, but you knew it was the right thing to do? Yeah? Just like you, Lucy knew that the right thing to do was help Raph, even though he had made fun of her. Trusting in Jesus and his teachings can be difficult sometimes, but if we have the courage to do so, we might just receive a net full of blessings, just like Simon and Lucy. Will you please be my echo and join us in a prayer? Dear Jesus, thank you for blessing us with more than we need. Help us to share, knowing that we can trust you to give us enough. Amen.